Well, welcome back to the kitchen. Now, if you're anything like me, during the summer and autumn you're making an awful lot of jam. Now, we use lemons as a source of pectin to make the jam set for some of the fruit that we use, which is actually itself low in pectin. Now, the result of that is that we have an awful lot of lemon skins and lemon peel left over at the end of the process. Now, we could throw it out, which would be a bit of a waste, so to avoid that, what we do is we add these into a bag which we put in the freezer, and after each jam making session where we've been using these, we just add them into the bag until it's full. Once it's full, we get it out of the freezer and we use these to make lemon marmalade. Now, the great thing is that we're making the marmalade from something that would otherwise be thrown onto the compost heap. So it's a great way of getting two products for the price of one. So in this video we're going to show you how to make lemon marmalade from your waste lemon peel. Right, first job to do, put onto the cooker a pan of water and then add your lemon peel to it. Got to make sure that there's sufficient water in there to really make sure that the lemon is fully covered. Well, when it's come up to the boil, leave it to simmer for about an hour. Whilst you're waiting for the lemon skins to boil up, take a couple of fresh lemon skins, in other words lemon skins that haven't been in the freezer, so still reasonably fresh and have their texture to them, and then chop them. Now, we've chopped these ones reasonably coarsely because we quite like them, quite like it chunky in the marmalade. It's up to you how well you chop them. You could put them through the food mixer and really shred it very finely, so it's up to you. But these will go back into the liquid once we've finished boiling it and straining it. Well, once you've strained it, you then need to measure it and then put it back in the jam pan. I'll put the heat back on under the pan and add your shredded lemon to the pan as well. When it's come up to the boil, you then need to add in 1 kilo of sugar for every litre of liquid. Well, those of you who have watched my previous jam making videos will know that I often get it to this point of the video. I show you how to check for the setting point of jam, and this is no different. I'm going to do the same again here because it's quite straightforward. What you do is you just get a dollop of your jam or marmalade and you stick it on a plate. You let it cool for a few minutes, and if it forms a skin or starts to become a bit of a jelly like this has here, then you know then it's reached the setting point and it's therefore ready to go into warm sterilised jars. Well, there we have it, one of the jars that we've just made. As you can see, it is reasonably well set, and things to watch out for by making marmalade this way, because you've got to remember that this is marmalade made from waste products, so it's made from the skin, so all the juice from the lemons that also has some pectin in doesn't go into this recipe. So occasionally you can have a marmalade that isn't wholly set as you would want it to. This is a partly set orange marmalade that I made at the same time as I made that lemon one. It's a bit soft, but we can get away with it, it's not too bad. But occasionally you can get one that doesn't set at all, as we have with that one. And the problem with that one is we probably put too much water in at the start, so there was insufficient pectin for the liquid that we had. Now, the way to get around that is, if that happens, is to get some apple cores and some apple skins, boil them all up, strain them, and then reboil your mix with a little bit more sugar added in with the liquid from the apple cores and the apple skins, and that gives you the extra pectin that should hopefully get your marmalade to set. We've got to remember that this is about using up waste products and making them into something that's useful. So it's not the full-blown marmalade recipes that you would normally be using. It's really just about using up something that would otherwise be thrown away onto the compost heap or fed to your rabbits or your chickens or your pigs. So if you want to avoid waste, then try the recipe that this video was all about. We'll have a few more recipes coming up in the next few weeks, so watch this space for some more jam recipes. Later today I shall be making crabapple jelly, and that is actually the next video that's coming up.